بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And let's continue with our study of Surah Al-Qamar. And today we are looking at the Nahw and Sarf of ayah numbers 36, hopefully to 40, or we might do more depending on the time. If we have, because again, we're going to skip a couple of ayat here. We've already done the Nahw of them, so no need to repeat them. I'm going to skip that. Okay, so let's begin.
So واو أرفعت
Mm-hmm.
لقد these are حروف تفكيك
Uh-huh. Right.
أن أنظر
Mm-hmm.
أنظر فعل ماضي
Mm-hmm.
هو ضمير مستتر is the file
Mm-hmm.
then whom is مفعول به
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
بطشتنا بطش يبشر بطشنا so this is فعل ماضي again
It's a fair, it's an ism.
بطش بطش oh بطشنا so this should be مفعول به again sister
Yes, that's one way of looking at it.
مضاف
I'm s-
مضاف إليه
yes. So I'm just gonna make this shorter so that we have enough space. So, walaqad, I'm just gonna do it once and for all because it keeps reappearing. As you can see, I've marked with red. It keeps coming up, so we won't be doing it. So wow, like you said, حرف عطف, لام للقسم, لجواب القسم, and then قد is called حرف التحقيق. حرف التحقيق, we are familiar with this حرف. When it comes with ماضي, it means certainly, definitely, already. Like it has um assurance in it, like something it has already happened. Yeah, if it comes with the mudari, it might mean might happen. Okay, so something might happen if it comes with the mudari. So that's walaqad. And then you have andarahum, like you said, andara huwa andara aslama family. So this is family 4 and it's the madi, like you said. So huwa andara is the fa'il, huwa. And then hum, I'm going to call it maf'ul bihi number 1. Okay, so this is the first thing. So once we understand that this, because remember, when you how do you make something mutaaddi? You take it to either aslama family, ta'allama family, or istaghfara family. Yeah, these are families that are mutaaddi. So we took nadhara, we took it to aslama family, made it mutaaddi. Now some say it was already mutaaddi. So if you take it to aslama family, it becomes mutaaddi لمفعولين. And that is why we are saying hum is maf'ul number 1, and then batshatana will be maf'ul bihi number 2. Now this is opinion number 1. Opinion number 2 is it's going to be mansub. There's not enough space. I'm gonna make it smaller. على نزع الخافض. Okay. This is opinion number 2. Now, I mentioned about this concept of mansub على نزع الخافض a while back. I don't know if you remember, but I'm just gonna mention it again. So sometimes you have certain fi'ls that are متعدي لمفعولين, but the first مفعول is a direct مفعول, and the second مفعول is jar majroor. Okay? Like when we looked at Ayah, when Nuh was making the dua, I don't know which ayah it was. Jannah. Nope. Next part. So here, when he was making the dua, where is it? Did I miss it? Huh. No, before. Yeah, here. So فدعا ربه أني مغلوب فانتصر. This is where we talked about the idea of منسوبة على نزل خافض. So فدعا ربه بأني. It was supposed to be دعا, then the direct مفعول به, and then the second مفعول به comes with حرف جر ب. So فدعا ربه بأني. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But then because the ba went away, so you have it becomes then mansub. So this whole statement becomes في محل نسب. That's the idea. So when you remove the ba, you get it becomes mansub. Same thing is happening here. It was supposed to be أنذرهم ببطشتنا ببطشتنا. But then the ba got removed, and because they removed the ba, then they decided, no, well, there's no reason for it to be jar, so we're going to make it nasab or mansub على نزع الخافض. What does على نزع الخافض mean? It means نزع is to yank something out, to remove something, right? So it became mansub because the khafid, which is harf jar, was removed. That's what it means. So it became mansub because of the removal of harf jar. Is that so far clear? But if all that discussion is complex for you, just go with whom. مفعول به number 1. But شطنا مفعول به number 2. And of course, this is a مضاف مضاف إليه. But شتا مضاف. And then the na, ضمير is the مضاف إليه. All right? We good?
Sister, how will we know that this was a ism? Batshata?
So, yeah,
Because
I guess
was file, Batasha was the fail, and na is mafuli. So,
but if it was a fa'il, which family do you think it would belong to?
Cha.
So you have to be able to do the sarf of it as well, because it's not fair. If it was fa'il madi, what family would it be? It's not aslama, it's not the small families. The small families are always, it's either sami'a, fataha, daraba, karuma. It doesn't match any of that. It's sha. It's not batasha or batusha or batisha, right? So it's not matching any madi. It's not matching any family. So if it is not a fi'al, then it's definitely an ism.
Ism. Okay.
Yeah.
Ji.
So what does khafid means?
Khafid means just harf jar. It's another name for harf jar.
Okay.
Yeah. منصوب على نزل حرف جر. على نزل خافض. This is how they just call the terminology. But the idea is that the harf jar was removed, and that's why it became mansub.
Like there is any like any importance by removing the harf of jar or
Yes, there's an importance, because now you removed something that was supposed to be there, and it shows immediacy or closeness. Like when we were talking about the dua of Nuh alayhi salam, when he was making this dua, he said, فَدَعَا رَبَّهُ أَنِّي مَغْلُوبٌ فَانْتَصِرْ. Like we just skipped all the way from the maf'ul bi. Now it's no longer a maf'ul bihi. It's not reported. Now it is exactly the statement of Nuh. Like there's an urgency to which Nuh said this. Like he called his master, and then you see this is a direct quotation. It's not بِأَنِّي مَغْلُوبٌ فَانْتَصِرْ. Yeah, he did not say this بِأَنِّي. He just directly said it. So it is more hastened, if you will. Yeah, in that sense. So here in this case also it's like the bashatana, bashata, it means
grip.
Yes, grip. Yes, like the idea is that it's the punishment, right? Yeah, it means grip or crushing. Grip is, I think, is the grasp, grip, seizing, whatever. So the idea of the punishment, yeah. and it shows how close the punishment was. And darahum batshatna. We warned them of how close our gripping was, how our seizing was of them, the punishment, how close it was by removing that harf jar. Yeah.
Okay. Jazakallah khairan kaseeran.
Alright. Alright.
So
فتمارى.
Fa is harf. So here it will be again, because it gives the reasoning. So fasiha. So
I think
or
it's just gonna be atif. It's gonna be atif. So we warned them, like he warned them of our
Yeah.
could be I'm not so sure. It could be fasiha. Like, what did they do? فَتَمَارَوْا بِالنُّذُرِ. That's what they did. Like, it's answering something, it's explaining something that was not mentioned. So it could be in that sense, but it also could just be ataf, like it shows immediacy, or not immediacy, but something that happened after. So the ta'qib, showing that the order of how things happened, and also the immediacy of how something happened. So for example, أنذرهم بطشتنا, he warned them of our punishment, and immediately they had the warning. تماروا. No, يعني, like after they had the warning, this is what they did, right?
okay, ji.
So it could just be atif as well.
Atf, Fa. Tamaru, so fi'l madi.
So this is another madi.
Waw is the file, or hum is the file.
Change the font here. ماضي هم.
Tamar, hum file. بالنزور جار مجرور متعلقان بالفعل تمارو.
Exactly.
تمارو.
متعلقان.
تمارو.
I'm gonna write فعل because it's shorter, it will fit, but تمارو will not fit. So بالنظر, yeah, جار مجرور متعلق بتمارو.
تمارو.
Any questions on that part? All right. So we're gonna skip ولقد again. We're gonna go straight to راودوه because ولقد we've already done.
راودو is again فعل ماضي واسمهم ضمير فاعل and who is مفعول به and ضيفه is حرف مفعول به and is حرف جر and again we have مضاف مضاف إليه as مجرور and this whole متعلقان بالفعل راودو.
Yes, براودوه. براودوه.
So fa again حرف عطف. تمسنا this is فعل. فا حرف عطف.
Yes.
تمسنا فعل ماضي. تمسنا with نحن ضمير as the file. أعينهم مفعول به مضاف مضاف إليه مفعول به.
Exactly.
تمس فعل.
Yes. مفعول به for طمس. So this is pretty straightforward. So راود, that will be the فعل الماضي. Then هم راودوا, that's why it's here. راودوا. And then the who is the attached pronoun. That's the مفعول به of راودوا. And then عن ضيفه جار مجرور متعلق. ضيفه مضاف مضاف إليه. And then فا again حرف عطف. So they demanded, they tried to entice, they tried to seduce the angels, like ذاودوه عن ضيفه, tried to entice him to give up the angels. Then what did we do? فطمسنا أعينهم. We blinded their eyes, we obliterated their eyes, we wiped away their eyes. Tamasa has that meaning of wiping away, obliterating, like completely destroying, like removing. So it's a very interesting word here that Allah used for tamasna. We wiped away their sight. Yeah. أعينهم, their eyes. Any questions? All right. فذوقوا.
فذوقوا. So here this should be like this is again for this is عطف.
Yeah.
Sister,
عطف.
That
Mhm.
Rawada word, is it, I'm not getting that term. Ajwaf? Rawada?
Yes, from
So
jahada.
what, oh, Jahada. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
There's
know it's
a daga alif here that was missing that
okay.
I didn't copy it correctly, but yeah, there's an alif there. Rawada, jahada. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Far path.
Mhm.
Zaga yazuhu. So this is Fele Amar.
Yes, this is Amr.
Amar. And Antum is
Mhm.
the file.
Fa'il.
Adhabi, Jar Majrur.
Mhm. جار
متعلق
مجرور
بالفعل.
عذابي.
مضاف إليه sorry.
Yes.
sorry. مضاف إليه
Uh-huh.
is مفعول. So this will be مفعول به sister for
Y-
ذوق فعل.
Exactly.
مفعول به 1 واو is عطف and نزوري will be مفعول به 2.
No, it will just be معطوف. عطف
Okay.
and معطوف. Well, this is in this case عطف, not معطوف. عطف. And then عذابي will be the معطوف.
جي.
معطوف عليه. Okay. And this is the حرف عطف. Yeah. So again, that's a pretty straightforward. ذوقوا, ذوق, ذوقا, ذوقوا. Right? ذوق,
جي.
ذوقا, ذوقوا. That's where
ذوق.
it came from. ذاق يذوق. It's also another أجوف. ذاق يذوق. Okay, so ولقد we're gonna skip that. صبحهم.
صبها is فعل ماضي هو ضمير as the file.
Mhm.
صباح بكرة. So here azabun is this is other word, other jumla sister.
Yes.
Okay. And so hum is maful bihi. Bukratan it should be maful fi because of time.
Yes, this is ظرف.
So azabun is mubtada.
Okay. But it's رفع.
So this has to be the file then, sister.
Yeah, because here we had هو version,
Yes,
so we can look for.
azabun. Ji. So this is the file. So this should be sifa for azabun.
Exactly.
Ji.
So again, you can see the sentences are pretty straightforward. The grammar is not so complex. So you have the فعل ماضي صبح يصبح. That's our فعل ماضي تسبيح exactly. And it's the هو version. So we can look outside for an outside dua. So in other words, it was صبحهم عذاب مستقر بكرة. But Allah brought بكرة this طرف تقديم, there's تقديم here. And we will look at that hopefully inshallah next week, what is happening here. So صبحهم بكرة عذاب مستقر. عذاب مستقر is the outside dua of صبح, and whom is the مفعول به. بكرة is a ظرف because it signifies time. It's like صباحا, it's like مساء. These are ظروف, yeah. Words, isms of time. And of course مستقر بصفة of عذاب. You see it matches four properties. Now we've already done فذوق وعذابي ونذر. We just did it right now here. So we're going to skip that. I'm just going to copy paste it here. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ. We did a while back and it keeps coming back. So وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا is our فعل. نحن فاعل. القرآن مفعول به. للذكر متعلق. فهل is اسم استفهام is حرف استفهام. من مذكر, we talked about this, how من is زائدة. And then مذكر is the مبتدا. هل من مذكر موجود. The idea was هل مذكر موجود. And so yeah, we already did that. That was just a review of this because it keeps coming back. Any questions, guys? Before we go to the Sarf. All right, let's do the Sarf and then we'll see if we can do more ayat.
Noon, Zara.
Yes. Noon. Zara.
So this is from family 4. أنظر
Mhm.
ينظر ينظر صيغة so ماضي صرف
Mhm.
صغير أنظر أنظر
Mhm.
ينذر
Mhm.
إنذارا فهو
Mhm.
منذر.
Exactly. منذر. And then this is a madi, so
This is the first
even though
one.
we already found it, yeah, it's the first one. So I'm just gonna do the 3, just for our own practice.
أنظر.
Mhm.
So
What does it
he
mean?
wants. He
Yeah,
wants.
yeah, you want them. Mhm. فتماروا.
He wants.
ميم رايا.
My name Raya.
Yeah.
Tamara. This is from family 6.
Mhm.
Tamara. Yatamara.
Mhm.
Tadarasa. Yatamara. Tamarin.
Yes.
Tamara. Nafis.
فتما يتا
Yatamara.
را
Tamarin. فهو
تمارين.
متمارن.
Yes. متمارين. And then just a point of note when it comes to this family, because we're revising Sarf as well. When it comes to the ناقص in family 6 and family I think جاهد as well. Yeah, جاهد, family 3 and family 6. When it comes to the masdar, is it family 3? I'm not so sure about جاهد, but this family, تمارين, this is the رفع version. If you make it nasab, it's going to be تمارين. And then the jar version is going to be tamarin. So that's important to know. So if you read somewhere that the masdar here is tamariyan, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It means it's the nasab version of that masdar. So tamara yatamara, tamarin or tamariyan or tamarin, that's just the different rafa, nasab and jar versions of that. Important to note there. Also, when you make it mudaf,
Ya comes back with fathatain sister.
yes,
Tamarian.
tamariyan, yes, in the nasab version. And also, if you make this word a mudaf, the ya will come back. If you put al on it, it will be at-tamari. So the ya comes back with al if you make it a mudaf or if it is nasab. Yeah. Okay. So this is the madi. Oops. Okay. So tamara. What do you think is going to happen?
Ya will come back. Tamara ya Tamara ya.
Tamara ya.
Tamara yani.
It's madi. So tamara ya. It was supposed to be tamara you, but remember we don't like you business.
Tamaruna. Ya goes.
ماضي. This is ماضي. It's no مضارع.
Tamaru.
تماروا. And this is what we're
Mazi.
looking for.
Tamara. Sarfe Kabir, I was confused with Sahil. Sorry.
Yeah, you're confusing with the مضارع.
Yeah, I
مضارع is
was
where you get the
confusing
noon.
here.
Yeah, تمارون. That's where the noon comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Miria is one other word for doubt. Tamara is to make something clear, to cause doubt in something that is clear. To make something clear, doubtful. So they doubt. You can even just say, so they doubted. So they doubted. And here, of course, we are referring to the warnings that came to them. So لقد أنذر بطشتنا ولقد أنذرهم بطشتنا فتماروا. They, and of course the مفعول به is not mentioned. We don't know what they doubted, but because it's not mentioned, it could be anything. They doubted all the warnings. They doubted the prophet, they doubted the warning, they doubted the message, they doubted everything. They just corrupted and made it unclear. So they took doubt and mixed it with whatever's clear. Tamaro, they doubted. All right. Then we have rawada. So let's put that alif there so that We get it right.
जी Rawawdal. So this is from family 3, Jahada Yujahidu. So Rawada, Fele Mal. Rawada, Yuravidu, Rivadan, or Murawadadan.
Murawdatan.
So Muravidun will be the Ismul File. Muravidun.
Murawidun. So Rawada, and then Rawada.
Rawada, Rawadu. This is normal.
Rawadu.
What we need, we have got this.
Yeah. And it means they, because now it's Rawadu, we can say enticed him. Or tried to convince him, or even some of us, like if you see in some of us, in some of the translations, they would say they demanded from him. Like they tried to convince him, they tried to, because this word is also used in Surah Yusuf. Yeah, remember when the wife of the Aziz was trying to entice Yusuf and seduce Yusuf? So this same word is used in that story. So she tried to seduce him, to try and convince him, to try and entice him. That's what's happened also. And again, it's very interesting that this word is used when it comes to desires. She desired him, and so this word is used, and they desired the angels, so this word is used. So I think there's a connection between this word and sexual desires in particular.
Tamim C. Tamim C. Family 1.
Yes. Mim Sin 1.
Tamasayat Misu.
Yes.
Fele Madi.
Oh, this is Madi.
Tamasna.
Madi. And here's Darada.
Tamasayat Misu. Tamsan.
Tamasayat
Misu. Tamsan. Tumusan. Fayata. Tamisun.
Yes. Tamisun. So Tamasa.
Tamasa. Tamasu. Tamasat. Tamasata. Tamasna. Tamastu. Tamasta. Tamastuma. Tamastum. Tamasti. Tamastuma. Tamastunna. Tamastu. Tamasna. Last.
Tamasna. Tamasna. Why is it happening like this? Tamasna. Okay. And this means, so we wiped, or we obliterated. And there are other similar meanings also. Yeah.
Sabbaha. Sabbaha. Family 2.
Yes.
Sabbaha yusabbihu.
Madi.
Fele Madi. Sabbaha yusabbihu. Tasbihan.
Tasbih.
فهو مسبح.
مسبح. Put the shadda there. Okay. صبح.
Sabbah. This is the first one. Sabbaha. Sabbahu.
Exactly. Yeah, and this is the first one. So هو صبح. صبح. And صبح means something to happen in the morning. Like it happened in the morning. It came to them in the morning. Actually, that's what it means. It came in the morning. So it came in the morning. It also has the meaning of to greet, to say salam in the morning. Sabbahahum, to greet someone in the morning. Like when I say good morning, that's kind of like what sabbaha means. But in this context, in the Quranic context and in this surah, it means it came in the morning. What came in the morning? The adab. فطمسنا أعينهم
Mhm.
فذوقوا عذابي ونذر. So Allah mentioned about عذابي ونذر. ولقد صبحهم, and it, my عذابي ونذر, صبحهم بكرة عذاب مستقر. Yeah, so the warning came to them. Bukra means one morning, like any some morning. عذاب مستقر, the warning عذاب مستقر. So we said this is the fa'il. Yeah,
जी.
the established punishment came to them in the morning.
Actually, in this sister, in this family, it happens slowly. The process is slow, right? Sabbaha. It isn't all at once, right?
So family too has different implications. It could
Hmm.
mean it has different implications, but in this case, like when you take a time and you put it in this family, it means something to happen at that particular time. Like if I say,
Okay.
so sabaha, subh, that's a particular time, right? I put it in this family, it becomes sabbaha, which means something is happening in the morning, something is coming in the morning, right?
Okay. जी,
Yeah.
जी.
So
But
there
it
are other
can be till the time
implications.
of Zuhur, like till the evening.
Yeah,
Can it be
ظهرهم.
considered the whole Subho time?
Yeah,
जी. Okay.
you can do that.
So
But it has
Ilham,
other implications as well.
जी, 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 जी.
Ilham,
Yes?
The word bukratan, wouldn't it mean early in the morning?
Yes, early in the morning.
Yeah,
It actually means early in the morning, but the discussion around this is that they just said it's nakira, and because it's not al-bukra, they say it's bukratan, meaning it was some morning. Like yawm, it's not al-yawm, it's yawman. يعني يوما من الأيام. بكرة, a morning, an early morning from the mornings. Just one of the mornings, in other words. So that's what the Mufassirun have said about this word, but I'm still digging about this word. I'm not 100% sure. But yes, it actually means morning, because I was asking myself, if it came to them in the morning and the morning is already mentioned in Sabbaha, why is Bukratan also being mentioned? Some have said that it is actually clarifying it's the early part of the morning, because subh could be longer, could signify a longer period, and bukra is a short, like the earliest part of the morning. So some have said that, but the others have said no, that is not actually the correct argument. The correct argument is that this bukratan, it's nakira, therefore signifies just some early morning, one early morning, right? Like also it could show maybe like the suddenness of the event, like it was just suddenly one early morning. That's what they've said, that happened. But I'm still trying to figure out that connection. Inshallah, hopefully by next week I'll be able to explain this. Inshallah. Any other questions? Okay, we still have some time. We can do a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 more ayat. Let's see. So we're going to skip walakad, like we've already done it quite a bit. So we go to ja'a.
Ja is fi'l madi.
Mhm.
So huwa zamir is the file.
Yes.
Ala fir'auna is muzaf ilayh. Ala fir'auna muzaf ilayh is maf'ul bihi to ja.
Yes. And it's
Maf'ul
there's
bihi
an idafa.
and idafa. And nuzuru, it is in rafa, so it is the file for ja.
Exactly. So again, you can see that the sentence should have been جاء النذر آل فرعون. The warning came to Al Fir'aun. But again, Allah is doing taqdeem and ta'khir here. And there has to be a reason why this is happening. Of course, this is a balagha concept. جاء آل فرعون النذر. It came to the Al of Fir'aun, right? The warning.
كذبوا is a fi'l madi. Hum zamir is the file.
Mhm.
B حرف جر آياتنا مضاف مضاف إليه the whole متعلقان to فعل
Mhm.
كذبوا
Exactly. متعلقان لكذبوا.
كذبوا كلها مضاف مضاف إليه again this is متعلق to كذبوا
كلها
كلها
كلها.
كلها I thought كلها
Mhm.
كلها sorry كلها
كلها.
this is جار مجرور no sister
No, كل.
كلي so مضاف مضاف إليه right
Yes, مضاف مضاف إليه. كل
Hmm.
is a special مضاف. But in this case, when it comes like this, when you see كل plus a pronoun, this is a توكيد. So this would say توكيد. Oops. So it's called what am I doing? Oh yeah, yeah. It's called توكيد معنوي. You will probably see something like that.
Okay.
So we have two kinds of توكيد اللفظي and توكيد معنوي. So كل نفس عين عينها نفسها كلها جميعها. These are توكيد معنوي. And then you have, for example, if I say هو جاء. So I repeated هو twice. I say هو جاء. Yeah, he's the one who came. So when I do that, that's توكيد لفظي. The لفظ, the word has been repeated. Or if I say it could be an ism, it could be a فعل, it could be a حرف. So when you repeated the word itself, you keep repeating it, then that becomes توكيد لفظي. And then these other ones are توكيد معنوي. Right.
جي.
Okay. So again, you can see simple structure here. Just فعل متعلق, and here there's a توكيد.
Sister,
Uh-huh.
Tawqeed and Taqeed, it is the same?
Yes. So some write it as تأكيد. So this is in Sarf. Sometimes you can have مثال واوي and this مثال mahmuz. They have some connections like أخذ, like for example أحد and واحد. So it means the same. It's from the same idea, oneness, but then one has a waw, one has a hamza. So you have these words مثال واوي and mahmuz al-fa. Sometimes depending on the dialects, some might say توكيد, some might say تأكيد, but I think توكيد with a waw is more commonly used than تأكيد, but they mean the same thing.
Oh.
حرف عطف
Mm-hmm.
أخذنا فعل ماضي
Mm-hmm.
نحن ضمير الفاعل
Mm-hmm.
and هم is مفعول به
Exactly. And then we have هم مفعول
مفعول به
به.
أقصى is مضاف عزيزي is مضاف إليه
Uh-huh.
so this will be مفعول به second
So look at the word. أخذناهم أخذ. أخذنا أخذ.
مفعول مطلق
جي. مفعول مطلق.
مفعول مطلق.
And what kind of a مفعول? Okay, so this is the مفعول مطلق, but it's also a مضاف. And then this is the مضاف إليه, right?
مضاف إليه. جي.
But what kind of a مفعول مطلق is this? What do you think? So there are different kinds of مفعول مطلق. There are three kinds of
because this
مفعول
is in the
مطلق.
same field, so
Yeah, but this one comes as a مضاف. Like it's أخذ. It's not أخذناهم أخذا. Right? That's one kind. أخذناهم أخذا. That would be the مفعول مطلق that we know. But then this is أخذناهم أخذ عزيز. It's a مضاف مضاف إليه. So what is it emphasizing?
the hold of it, right?
Yes. So
emphasizing the fail. It's emphasizing the
it's
fail.
No, it's not emphasizing the فعل. It's emphasizing the kind. No. No. Let me just see our notes here on what is this? مفعول مطلق. مفعول مطلق. Where did we learn مفعول مطلق?
Actually, even that comes in Tawkid itself, my sister. Even Maful Mutlaq by her.
No. Where did we learn مفعول مطلق? Oh no, I did not. Okay.
Did
I have
Naib
some.
I think.
Oh, we did. We did. Yeah, so it's probably in Sarf. It's probably here in نائب ومفعول مطلق. Probably. No? Oh, we didn't. Words behave like a فعل. So اسم مفعول مصدر مفعول مطلق. Yeah. مفعول مطلق here. So there are 3 kinds of مفعول مطلق. One that emphasizes the فعل مبين للفعل. So it emphasizes the فعل. This is the one that we are familiar with. إذا رجت الأرض رجا ضربته ضربا. Yeah. So it's emphasizing how the intensity of the فعل. It focuses on the فعل. Then you have مبين للنوع. This one is describing the kind, the type of فعل it is. So إن فتحنا فتحا مبينا. So it could be موصوف صفة or it could be مضاف إليه. This is the way that it comes about. So it is describing how it happens. For example, if I say ضربته ضرب الكلاب, I beat him the beating of dogs. Like I beat him so, but how? I'm describing to you the action how. It's not how intense it was. It's not ضربته ضربا. I beat him so hard. That one is emphasizing my action of beating him. But if I say ضربته ضرب الكلاب, I beat him the beating of dogs, it is showing you how I did it. Or it's emphasizing how the kind of beating that I did, right? So that's the describing. And then مبين للعدد, this one just clarifies or the number, how many times. So فدكة دكة واحدة, once. Or ضربته ضربتين. If I say ضربته ضربتين, then it's emphasizing or it's showing how many times I did it, right? So those are the different kinds of مفعول مطلق. Just to revise that, what are we doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
So this is أخذ عزيز مقتدر. It is describing the kind of seizing. أخذنا, we seized them. How did we seize them? أخذ عزيز مقتدر. This is the نوع of seizing them, how it was done. So that's what's happening there. And of course, مقتدر here would be what?
This can be sifa for Azizin.
Exactly. Yeah, so this will be the sifa of عزيز.
Ji.
And all this is describing the مفعول مطلق of أخذنا. Questions there?
Just wanted to ask about the previous ayah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it says بآياتنا, and you said متعلقان. Where are these two متعلقs?
To be and آياتي. Yeah, so this normally the jar majroor. So if you say دخل في البيت, في البيت, those are two words, right? في and البيت. So these two together are متعلقان. Yeah, so that's whenever you see a jar majroor, that's how, if you read any book of إعراب, you would see متعلقان متعلقان. You can say متعلق, but most of the time you see متعلقان. What they mean is that these two words are متعلقان, the jar and the majroor. Or you can even just say jar majroor لكذبوا. But that's the idea.
Or we can consider this B ayati jar majroor. Again, ayati is muzaf and na is muzaf ilay. So the whole can be again two combinations.
Yes. Yeah, you can even say like this part be ayati and ayatina again. So now you have two parts. So be ayati jar majroor, and then ayatina, it's an idafa. So this jar majroor and this idafa together, they form the متعلقان to كذبوا.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see if we can try and finish this.
Is hurf istifham?
Yes, so this is istifham.
Mustafa.
Mhm.
Kuffarukum is mubtada. Muzaf
Mhm.
ilayh is mubtada.
Yes. مبتدأ.
Khairun will be khabar.
Mhm.
So min ulaikum. Min harf jar ulaikum is again muzaf ilayh. The whole is mutaliqani.
Mhm.
So this should be
Yeah.
متعلق بالخبر itself. No, sister?
Yeah. متعلق بالخبر متعلق بخير.
Okay, ji.
Yeah. So
Ji.
again, another simple. It's a question. So it's starting with a حرف استفهام. همزة. So كفاركم, of course, with the huruf we don't do i'rab. So we say لا محل لها من الإعراب. Then كفاركم, كفار is the first رفع. So this is our مبتدأ. كم is the مضاف إليه, which makes it مضاف إليه. What am I saying? It is a مضاف إليه, and together they are the مبتدأ. خير is اسم تفضيل, right? Remember خير is a
Ji.
form of تفضيل. It was supposed to be أخير, but then it was changed to خير. All right. So now this is the khabar. And when it comes with min, it means comparative, like better than. It's no longer superlative, it is comparative. So if I just say khayru ulaikum, that would be mudaf ilay, and that will make it superlative. But if I bring min, then I make it comparative. Khayrun min ulaikum. Better than. Okay. And then of course min harf jar ulai, that's why it is majroor. And then ulai is our mudaf and kum is our mudaf ilayh, and together متعلقان بخير or بخبر. Is that clear? Are we all good?
I don't know, this متعلقان thing is just, it's not getting into my head.
It's not, okay, you're not understanding the
Because I
متعلقان.
thought this ulai, it's a e because of the min,
Yes.
which is the harf of jar. So that's
Yes.
the impact it has on it, and that's why it's ulai.
Yes.
So how do they become two? I can just see one. Oh,
Min is separate. ulai is separate.
okay.
You have a harf of jar, min. ulai is an ism, right?
Right.
So these two together, jar and majroor, both of them together, they form the متعلق. That's how we learned in
Okay.
Bayna, right?
Also,
What's
it's
the
not the
متعلق
min that
بالخبر?
has got impact on it, making it what is it? The kasra?
Yes, because of min itself, it has a kasra. Ulai.
The word as it is, fine.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Don't say just because of saying it, like you have to understand it.
Actually, I think so, sister is
Realize
confused. Why is ulai a word again and kum a word again? How is it? I think so. That is her question.
I didn't understand that.
Mutaliqani is two, right? Because of min, it is ulai. So why is ulai and kum? How is this combination? I think so. That is the query.
Oh, the mudaf ilay and
Yeah,
the
because muzaf is here, it is e. Then kum is formed. Then how it is? I think so. That is the question.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So okay, so there are two things, yeah? Two things happening. Just give me a second here. I want to, okay. Where are we? Okay. So there are two things. There's jar majroor and then there's mudaf ilayh. So let me break it down. So if I do that and I do this, so now we have three words, three separate, like not three words, but three separate sections, if you will. Min is a harf jar, right? Then min is beating upon ulai, yeah, and it's making it majroor. That's why it's ulai. But then ulai is also light, no al. And therefore, when it comes with a pronoun, it becomes mudaf ilay. So now you have two sections here. So this first section made up of a jar and a majroor, And then you have another section made up of a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh. And together they form متعلقان بخبر. متعلقان meaning two things. متعلق is one, متعلقان is two things. So these two things are forming the attachment to the khabar. Okay. Sometimes you don't have the mudaf ilayh. Sometimes it's just min al-bayt, for example. Jar majrur, min al-bayt. Min al-bayt. Bayt. Again, two things. Min, harf jar. Al-bayt, majrur. So these two things are both of them attached to the khabar. متعلقان بخبر. These two things. I know we learned as متعلق بالخبر, but now we're just saying that because it is two things, it's more correct to say متعلقان because it's two things. Right?
Okay. Yes, I get it now. It's the basics.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we learn more advanced things and we forget the basics. Yeah.
But ulai will be mabni always, na sister, ulaika. But here it's only the kum zamir which has been added. Else in all the three forms it will be
Yeah,
ulaika,
ulai. Yes,
ulai,
yes, I was saying
ulai,
majrur.
ulai.
You're right. Yeah, it's going to be mabni. Yeah.
Mabni.
Yeah.
So whether it is
Right.
min or it is without min, ulai
Or
will be the form.
inna, if you put inna, it will still be ulai.
Ulai.
Yeah, you're right. Yes. Okay.
So will be harf, but this gives the difference. It is like or, na sister. I don't know what to say.
Yes. Yeah, this has the meaning of or. بمعنى sometimes they would say this is lil idrab. We talked about idrab before.
Like bal.
Yes, like bal.
Bal. Okay.
الإضراب بمعنى بل. Actually, you would see that they would write بمعنى بل. It has the meaning of bal. So it negates what came before and it affirms what comes after that. So Allah is saying أكفاركم خير من أولئكم بل لكم براءة. So that kind of has that meaning being presented there.
So لكم is jar majrur. خبر مقدم.
Yes. So you can say متعلقان بخبر محذوف. You can even say or بخبر. Yeah. مقدم, yes. But again, براءة is
مبتدا مؤخر.
Yeah. And it doesn't have al on it, so there's no special meaning. So this would just say مبتدا. This is our مبتدا. Yeah.
So
and again
في
في الزبر.
الزبور متعلقان to خبر.
Yeah. So one متعلق was brought forward, another one was just left. متعلقان بخبر. Okay.
So it would
Any
have been
question?
براءة لكم في زبوري.
Yes. براءة لكم في الزبر. Yes, exactly. But then لكم, especially for you, براءة في الزبر. You get براءة from the زبر. Yeah. So it's an interesting thing happening there. Any questions?
Sister, you said like there is no special this thing, and
Yeah.
then you said like something lakum. I don't know how. Just now you said something. How did you translate it?
Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, I think I made a mistake because there's no al. So this is just the normal way of saying it. But wait, let me think about this.
Had it been al, then it would have been the normal way, sister, because it is nakira, I think so.
Yeah, it's nakira.
So emphasis comes for the khabar. Like
no, if it was ma'rifa, then you will have emphasis. Am lakumul bara'a. If it was am lakumul bara'a, you would have emphasis. But this is a normal. This is like saying li qalamun, li baytun. It's a normal way of saying it. But I think I will look into it. I haven't reached this part yet on my research. So I don't know if there's I feel like there's something special happening because of taqdeem, but I'm not so sure. Because otherwise it would be am lakum. I think it's just pretty normal. Am lakum
Like
bara'atun fi zubur.
possession, like studied in reading program for the possession, they put it
Yeah.
lakum la in that, and then the no common mubtada. Like
Yeah.
they have a barat in Zubur.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. It's just a normal there's no special meaning. I was trying to put meaning where there's no meaning, but I'll still research it and see if there's any, but I don't think so because this is just a normal structure. Lakum bara'atun fi zubur. Yeah.
Super. Again, same harf.
I think we can stop there.
Ji.
Or you guys want to complete this? I don't know.
I think we should stop.
Yeah, we can. I think it's enough. There's enough of information that we have done. We can stop there, and then inshallah, the week after next, we will continue from here with the and the sarf. There's not much left, by the way. We only have 10 ayat left in terms of Nahw and Sarf. So almost done, inshallah. Yeah, not bad. Alhamdulillah. So unless there are other questions or clarifications. Are we all good?
Alhamdulillah. But something with fa, sister. When to say fa is that, when to say it is fasiha, when to say it is jawab, or
Yeah.
because sometimes
even me,
laqad is also considered as like shart. Sometimes it acts as shart, hence fa comes. I don't know.
yeah, راتبة. Yeah,
Ji.
it's confusing. Even for me right now, I'm still not clear on
Okay.
when the fa fasiha especially comes. I mean,
Ji.
when they explain it in the books, I see it, I understand it, and I can be able to explain it. But just on my own, when I'm reading, I can't see it. Like it just looks like atuf to me. So that's
But there's no harm saying it is atfna, sister. It goes easily, right?
yeah, I think so. But there are certain kinds of sentences where it doesn't make sense as atuf. It makes more sense as fasiha. Those ones are clearer. But sometimes it's not so easy to understand. I think maybe with more practice and more knowledge, we'll get there, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, that one is a tough one, yeah. Right. Any other comments, clarifications, questions? All right. We can stop there. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خيرا كثيرا.
إياكم.